Would you believe it? I'm actually doing this. Never had I stood myself this low to do a reaction video of some sort than right now. So without further ado, this is basically a review, a revisit of some sort of a video I used to do. Well, I did 5 years ago, called the 2012 Kids Choice Awards review. In honor of last Saturday's Kids Choice Awards, hosted by Chelsea. Chelsea, as you know, I gotta get popular. I gotta get rid of this. So I don't put anybody over. You know, good old JTG, he gone. Good old Ryback, he gone. He's a piece of garbage. So Chelsea, I'll salute the troops. I love the kids, and I'll probably marry Nickelodeon at WrestleMania. Chelsea. Here's an interesting fact. Ever since I made this particular video that I'm going to review 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, in the description below it shows you when I made the video. I made it like probably 15 minutes after the Kids Choice Awards ended. I took notes about it. So basically, I was intending to do the review immediately after the show ended because I felt like the only way that will draw people attention right away and get a good number of views, little that I knew, was going to get a pretty healthy amount of views compared to the other ones that I've had on my channel, where I consider 100 a good video. Yeah, my standards are pretty low, but here it is, the 25th anniversary of the Kids Choice Awards, held on March 31st, 2012, and it had a 6.1 rating. Yeah, 6.1 million viewers. Watch this hunk of garbage. The funny thing is, ever since I did this video, I have not watched the Kids Choice Awards since. When I made the video, I was 17. Now I'm 22. My voice is a little bit more deeper than enthusiastic, in my opinion. But a lot of stuff has happened. So in this video, you're gonna listen to my voice for 5 years ago, telling you what went down 5 years ago, and then throughout I'll make some pauses and make some notes to say to myself, where are they now? What happened to them? Or whether I was right or wrong? Because I definitely, when I saw it not years ago, I was right about a couple of predictions. So without further ado, let's get to it. The 25th Kids Choice Awards review reaction video of some sort. I'm revisiting it nonetheless. Hopefully you enjoy, and in case you want to see my cringeworthy video, I put it underneath in the description. So here we go.
Whoa, it's about time that I'm back. So this is on Rocket Race Night 4 to give a special review, not about racing, but there's going to be a lot of racing reference to tell you that right now.
Racing reference. Isn't that what my channel is all about? Pretty much motorsports, and every now and then I toss in some volleyball, I toss in some cycling, I toss in some track and field. Heck, I've even tossed up some random commentary about life when I used to do those videos with somebody else back then. Will I do those again? Probably in the future. Probably not now though. But yeah, it seems like even back then I used to start with my video saying well or well. That's a bad habit that I have. A lot of racing references and kind of cringeworthy what it is. I know one of them is coming up.
The 25th anniversary of the Kids' Choice Awards of 2012, which is also the 10th anniversary of the Pink Slime. Remember back.
Oh yeah, in case if you're wondering, the first Kids' Choice Awards that I saw was in 2002. So that means I have to go watch 2022 to keep it consistent. Ugh, I can't imagine that. Who's hot right now? Ed Sheeran and Migos are the top artists in the world, more than Taylor Swift at this moment.
2002, which was the first time I ever watched the award, which was the last couple of years of Rosie O'Donnell being the host
before she became loved or hated for criticizing or bashing or making comments or however you with by towards the Donald. Before, he led the country where she is doing today. That's the only political thing I will discuss about this video, and that's about it. But yeah, go Rosie O'Donnell. She was in Tarzan once. Yeah, good old Tarzan.
Donald Trump and whatnot. So let's get started. First foremost, the reason why I watched it to begin with is because Will Smith, the host.
Basically, what you're saying that I only watched the Kids Choice Award because Will Smith was hosting it, and then I just wonder why. Why? Well, Will Smith's not a bad actor at all. How he was one of the better rappers of the no, one of the more better rappers in the history of hip hop compared to what we have right now. So, oh yeah, shaking the paper. Yeah, I try to sound like I'm in business, but I do not.
Not douchebag Russell Brand or any of the cruddy hosts
Oh yeah, whatever happened to Russell Brand? Oh yeah, he's irrelevant.
that's in the past. But Will Smith is the host. At least it's good. At least it's a good start.
Russell
Right at the
Brand's still a
beginning,
douche, by the
he
way.
was pumped up. It reminded me of LL Cool J as the Grammy host. Bring energy.
Here's cringeworthy moment number one. You try to make it sound interesting. I did not. When I mentioned LL Cool J in the Grammys at the time, I thought being a good host means you have to hype up the crowd. Gotta keep yourself interested. You gotta be into it. But I guess looking back on it, if I ever were to watch it, I don't even know it's on YouTube. I don't even bother to watch the Kids Choice Awards from 5 years ago, honestly. I would probably say, not bad. But probably my viewpoint would be different than it was 5 years ago. And by the fact that I have to mention that cringeworthy reference, yeah, it shows you how much my videos were cringe.
However, like Cool J and Smith, was not really Cool J because Cool J's meant to name.
Like LL Cool J, Will Smith, so on and so forth.
Acting did with Will Smith. Rap performance, no. I don't think it was necessary to do it.
Rap performance is run for kids. Considering the music that he did in the 90s is not really quote unquote hip to today's standards, especially people are into jujus or bouges or hell, work on that beat or whatever, whatever. You know those quote unquote garbage records or those cringeworthy one-liners. Yeah, there might be a reason, maybe a valid reason now looking back to why he did it. Hey, it's for the kids, you know.
Choreographers with Party Rock Anthem in a way. I don't think that was necessary.
Oh yeah, remember Party Rock Anthem was the same. Remember LMFAO was the same for like about a minute and then they disappeared. Yeah, Pepper's Farm remembers.
But the people who are in it, well, here's the good people, in my opinion. You have Halle Berry. Halle Berry with the interaction between Will Smith and them led to a slime. You have Chris Rock. You have Taylor Swift, which we'll have a discussion about her in a moment.
Oh, I'm gonna have a discussion right now because this was the tail end of her country career and the beginning of her pop prominence to this very day. And speaking of that, speaking of Taylor Swift, that popular record that she has right now with Zayn. I will reference Zayn in a moment, and this video will imply Zayn in a moment, not because of him, mostly because of the group, which in my opinion to this very day, that's what really propelled them to the top of the music world for about 2 years. Not much as far as Billboard Hot 100, but I'm talking about top 40 radio as a whole.
And then you have Ludacris himself.
Before he'd done all those, before the only thing he's ever done these days is those fast movies other than a halftime show at the Georgia Dome.
Had plans, but decided to show up instead of getting the one thing that was supposed to be working, Universal. That's just for another day.
Oh yeah, Ludaversal. Let's go check when Ludaversal came out. I don't think it ever did came out. Let me go check. First fact check of the week of this video. Ludaversal. It came out on March 31st, 2015. It's about 50 minutes long. It has a plane, and it did fairly decent reception-wise. You got Usher in the record. You got Miguel, Monica, Bill Crit. And it was number 3 in the 200 charts. I bet you what was the top music around that time. I think around Iggy Azalea was slowly creeping up around that time. So, what else is new? Oh yeah, ever since Nick Young and Iggy Azalea were no more, they both became trash.
Wow. Here's a crappy, horrible lineup. You have the this.
Yeah, but speaking of The Miz, WrestleMania 33 is on April 2nd, and The Miz in 2017, The Miz. I actually don't mind him no more. He's over with me. He's over with me until the feud ends, maybe. Okay, here's the honest perspective of The Miz. I hated him since day one when I saw him on my TV at '09. Now 2017, I don't. In fact, he's one of the only people that I kind of somewhat care for. And and WWE as a whole these days, and I've not watched Raw all the way through in about a year, and I've only watched a couple SmackDowns just because I'm somewhat intrigued at what's going on with the whole build-up between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, and also just the Miz burying John Cena with some facts, facts. But around that time, I hated the Miz.
Not awesome. Nicki Minaj,
He's awesome right now.
Katy Perry.
Nicki Minaj. Did I say? I'm surprised I actually said her in a negative light, considering Nicki Minaj was okay by me by that at the time. It will all change till it will be until Anaconda comes on, and then that's when she became super trash. Katy Perry, looks perfect, music overrated. Then now and forever overrated in my book. Right around near Beyonce, but not too much is why vitriol towards Katy Perry's music. Then where yeah, she has more vitriol than Beyonce in my book. Speaking of Katy Perry, she's trying to become relevant by having a new look, which took me by surprise. She looks good in it. Hey, looks can be great, but the quality of music cannot. And in the case of Katy Perry, that is very true.
And Mr. Irrelevant himself, who I haven't heard shit about him, Cody Simpson.
No, still have not heard shit about Cody Simpson. I don't know how this mofo got famous. How did he got famous? That's what I don't. Let's figure it out ourselves. He's a singer, but what made him famous other than him being Australian? Okay, looks like in top stories he performed for the Queen on Commonwealth Day, which was yesterday. So in 2017, Cody Simpson is somewhat relevant. But what made him famous? I never listened to his music. Okay, he's a teen pop with duh. Okay, let's see. Okay, he's one of those people who did covers, then he became famous, just like Justin Bieber did. Jeez. Favorite Aussie superstar. That's actually an award for the Kids' Choice Awards. I'm probably gonna best bet that was an international award. Or not, I don't know, but they had a category for best Aussie. You'll never see that on Nickelodeon America because they want to make it all America. Okay, so Cody Simpson is doing some decent things, but never bother to listen to music. Never have, never will. Maybe I will after.
Before we move any further, this following production has profanity, so bear with me. If you don't want to handle my profanity,
Well, I dropped that gig, even though I still try to keep it in the absolute minimum. Look at my "You Think You Know Me" videos. When it comes to John Cena, I pretty much that's the only time I go all in when it comes to profanity. Hell, if it was a little cringeworthy fact on the description of my video for 5 years ago, I put warning explicit language because obviously I was trying to make it towards the kids, and it kind of backfired along the way.
and think of what you're listening to. Okay.
Just like right now.
On Nicki Minaj. What in the world was she wearing?
Nicki Minaj, what in the world is she wearing? Let's take a look. Good God Almighty, it still looks trash to this very day. Not. This is. What the hell is. What the. God damn it, what the hell is this? Just plastic, 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 and. What is it trying to be? Is she a Wheel of Fortune? Is she. What is. What. It's cringeworthy. It looks goofy. Vanna White could probably spin her around and still look like a game board, one of those spinning wheels like you see on Wheel of Fortune. It just looks dumb. They have to compare it to Halsey because honestly, in my opinion, Halsey is not attractive at all. Her look is cringe. Just not work for her at all. It just does not. It just does not. And yeah, what in the world was she wearing? Yeah, I am right. It looks absurd at what she wore. Go look up Nicki Minaj 2012 Casey if you don't believe it. It looked like a freaking spinning wheel out of Wheel of Fortune or something.
What's the most disgusting dress I've ever seen, creative-wise?
Disgusting thing. Yeah, I've seen more disgusting things since, buddy.
Okay, but utterly ugly. More horrible.
Wow, way to include a Grand Theft Auto reference. Me from 5 years ago. Yeah, I only had notes to follow. Whether I said it on, whether I wrote it down on my notes or I just said it through True Grit, I don't know. But it's definitely not been the most. It's not the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It's actually, especially what I've seen 5 years later. I'm talking to you, Marley. Yeah, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse since that. That now looking back on it, looks goofy. It just looks goofy at best.
Who invited her? Why her? Don't they understand about the Grammy scandal? It caused religion to go into a huge madness.
The Grammys. I don't remember much about the 2012 Grammys. Let's take a look at the 2012 Grammys because some of the stuff I say is funny. I look back as funny for all the wrong reasons. All right, let's see. Cool J hosted it. Adele had the most awards with 6, and Kanye has 7 nominees. Oh yeah, Kanye wasn't relevant for my Dark Twisted Beautiful Fantasy. Let's see. Let's say I'm gonna give you. All right, record of the year, Rolling in the Deep. Adele. Album of the year, 21, Adele. Look at this lineup. Look at who got nominated for Album of the Year. Compare it to this year. 21, Adele. Watching Life, Foo Fighters. Born This Way, Lady Gaga. Doo-Wops and Hooligans, Bruno Mars. And Loud, Rihanna. And in my opinion, the good Rihanna. The only time I would put Rihanna in a good note is during her red hair phase, whether people love it or not. And, oh yeah, I was into that whole religious, all that stuff. I still am, but not crazy about it. Let's see. What is it? No, look, like okay. What is it? Little Red Riding Hood? Jeez, probably in Little Red Riding Hood. Jeez, what is up with her fashion compared to 2013? Compared to 2011, it looks tame, but it's still not. Whatever. I'm not. This is not a fashion review. This is a revisit. God, good God Almighty, she has a horrible, weird sense of fashion, in my opinion.
What are they thinking? Minaj.
What are they thinking? What were they thinking? This was okay. That was not an Angry Video Game Nerd reference because I didn't start watching the Angry Video Game Nerd until 2015. Still one of my better decisions in that I ever decided to follow and watch. And still, to this very day, I feel like if you have a virtual reality and you're using it and walking around the street with a virtual reality, in the words of Angry Video Game Nerd, you look like an asshole. Not really. It's your prerogative, but still, it looks goofy to see it. Honestly, it looks we're more goofy than 3D and Back to the Future. There is a character called 3D. Look him up. All right, now let's listen to Nicki Minaj.
Mediocre. Gonna fall down a tube very soon.
Yeah, she did fell on the tubes very soon, like pretty bad with the song Anaconda. Yeah, she fell down the tubes pretty good in my opinion, and she's trying to become relevant again with one few with what's his face that I don't care either for. Yeah, she did fell down the tubes, but not as much as in my opinion Miley. And I don't get me started about her, and I hope I did not reference her at all in this video. Because in that case, given it as 2012, probably she was not relevant until that very next year. And when I talk about horrible fashion, look no further than her since.
Into Best Music Group, which were Big Time Rush, Black.
Oh yeah, remember Big Time Rush was Think? Oh yeah, I remember they were so big, they were as big as the Naked Brothers band that they disappeared really badly. Nobody gives a f about Big Time Rush no more.
Piece who seems like not been good since the Super Bowl halftime show. LMFAO, which were Big Time Rush, Black Eyed Peas, who seems like.
Oh yeah, Black Eyed Peas. That's another group that's not been relevant since the Super Bowl halftime show, which in my opinion was just awkward.
Not been good since the Super Bowl halftime show. LMFAO, the party rock dudes. Yeah,
Bruh, for me from 5 years ago, between you and me, don't say the party rockers. They know people by that point know what LMFAO was outside of the original abbreviation and lingo known as laughing my ass off. But given that you were gonna do this for kids, which I did, you needed to emphasize it. So I guess I did my job at 17.
the one that's not gonna win by any means at all, Lady Antebellum. And guess who won?
Yeah, Lady Antebellum. Given this is the Kids' Choice Awards, and knowing the demographic, or I somewhat understood the demographic compared to what I found out, Juju on that beat was nominated for an award in the KCAs. Yeah, no chance in hell Lady Antebellum had a shot of winning. And the last time I heard Lady Antebellum was at the 2017 Daytona 500 pre-show. There's your racing reference right there. There'll be more of it because I mentioned there was going to be racing references.
No surprise. Big Time Rush.
You know, it's Nickelodeon, so of course they're gonna win. Big Time Run. What happened to them? As a matter of fact, let's take a 1 minute run through of what Big Time Rush did to America. They were on Nickelodeon. They were a thing for about a few seasons. They went from 2009 to 2013. It was created by Scott Fellows, who did Nessie Lots of High School Survivor Guys. Don't my opinion, his best work, even though it's accurate yet goofy but funny at the same time. And yeah, that's about it about Big Time Rush. Oh yeah, they split up in 2014, and yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go about Big Time Rush because they just were forgettable, and it's still, in my opinion, are forgettable even though they have a platinum record.
I don't care much about them. To be honest, I
Neither
don't hate
does
them as much as
America.
the Jonas Brothers because the Jonas Brothers suck dick.
Well, there you have it, people. Jonas Brothers sucked dick in 2012, and are somewhat still relevant as solo artists. One of them are both. Where they're making Shawn Mendes looking ass music, Cake on the Ocean, which is still better than Rihanna's work, even though it is catchy. Yeah, it's catchy yet annoying at times. Yeah, who would have thought them as solo artists they would have a couple of top 20 hits. They almost had a number one, which I feared the day that it was. Then again, I feared the day Migos was number one. Look what happened. He was number one for about a few weeks till Ed Sheeran's Shape of You. Good beat, good instrumental, but lyrics does not work with the song, in my opinion. That's why I'm. It's like saying with Ed Sheeran's music that I listened a couple times over the years, and then compare it to Shape of You. It's like saying Michael Bolton doing metal. Oh wait, that did happen. It's like saying Metallica's going mainstream. Oh wait, that did happen. That just does not compute with me. I'm not crazy into Ed Sheeran. When you look at Ed Sheeran, you look at me, Shape of You. Do you think you look like you make that kind of music? No, I don't think so. Justin Timberlake, on the other hand, yes, it's Justin Timberlake, of course. But yeah, move on.
Okay, a little off note. The big heads. Why do you have to be? Why do you have to make big hits of them? Happy Gilmore made that tradition, which I want to buy.
Oh yeah, the fatheads. Happy Gilmore, which is the which. Oh, I have a perfect word. Speaking of Happy Gilmore, I have a perfect word to. I have a good word for re with shit. I have no ammo. No ammo. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say jackass to something, but I don't have that right now in me. So it goes to show you how much I changed in 5 years. Like sometimes I have the ammo, then I sometimes don't have the ammo to say something. But yeah, that would have been Clint Boyer when he was at the 15 car. That would have been my best word for it. Racing reference number 2. Okay, fatheads. Yeah, I was not crazy about the fatheads ordeal on people who I felt like don't deserve it. Then again, when I after 5 years, I've seen some fatheads of a couple of people that I knew or covered, as far as when I during the quote unquote glory days of college and even in high school, I've seen a couple of them, and I'm like, look at what I said about 5 years ago. It's like, big fucking deal.
Happy has that big head. You remember Happy Gilmore, and you never seen Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, like people had seen Happy Gilmore, they with that particular age demographic, you're trying to focus on.
Don't watch it. You're young kids who are just like hearing profanity. If you want to see something stupid, watch the beginning.
Yeah, because the beginning is stupidly funny and still stupid at the same time.
Kids, don't watch the beginning. Segment.
Enough to watch the beginning, but you've been warned. Like I warned you 5 years ago. You've been warned. There's cringe in it.
One, other than that, it was okay. It was okay. Not as bad. Then we moved to the Ultimate Awards, which is about over 70% of the award work during the commercials. How nobody watched the commercials.
Yeah, and I don't care about commercials to this very day, especially with the fact that YouTube does these put ads left and right and right. It's like the year of get YouTube Red so you don't have to like deal with this bullshit of unskippable ads, even the ones that are 15 seconds. And then we're gonna shove it up your ass saying we're gonna put a 30-second commercial when you're trying to skip a 15-second commercial or reloading it, you're gonna get punished with this long commercial, and then you had in the mindset you say, oh go fuck yourself, and I'm gonna go watch another video instead. Yeah, I do not like the fact when you give out most of the awards during commercial breaks. I know that not many people show up to those Kids' Choice Awards. I understand that, but it's just still dumb. It's still dumb to do. If you're gonna, here's a suggestion. I don't know if they've done this. I doubt they have, but I will not be surprised if they did. How about the awards? Don't do it in commercials. Do it on the pre-show. Do it on the pre-show, or even in the hell, have a post-show of some sort, post-awards show. But don't do it in commercials. Do it in between the Kids' Choice Awards. You either do it before or do it after. Have a pre or a post-show. Oh yeah, the pre-show is known as the red carpet or orange carpet, whatever they want to call it. But do it before, not during the commercials. It'll make the more important awards relevant and the main focal point of your show, along with the guests and hosts that you have. And John Cena is not mainstream. Just saying.
Other than me. Best reality TV show, Wipeout.
It's not that bad. Wipeout is tolerable. Let's see what were nominated in 2012 along with Wipeout. I probably think it's some Joe Smo show or whatever. Let's take a look. Categories: favorite TV show. I don't know if this is right. Nope. Oh, favorite reality show. There you go. American Idol, America's Funniest Home Videos, America's Got Talent, and the only one without the name American won. Yeah, American Idol would not last that long after, and then when the presence of Nicki Minaj, it did not help at all. You could ask Mariah Carey that, and she'll probably say the same thing. The American Idol went into demise, and now The Voice is the thing of auditioning musical shows. And I refuse to watch The Voice. I refuse to watch The Voice until they get rid of the scum of the earth out of my TV. Keep Alicia Keys, but get rid of the scum of the earth and put some worthy, talented singer. I'll put Michael Bolton for all I freaking care. He did metal. He has a diverse genre taste, but I'm not sure what Michael does these days. Don't like really care at this moment, but yeah, Wipeout one. So whoop de fucking do.
ABC. Bear with me as I go through. Let's see the actor, Jake Shore, whoever the heck he is from Ant-Farm.
Yeah, Jake Shore. Who gives a fuck? Next.
Or let's put in an off note. There revolves into my percentage at the end as a joke. But bear with me. Some of the Victoria's get good.
Oh boy, here we go. This is where I get so cringeworthy, I guess. Where I didn't. All right, before we move on to, I'm going to refer to what's his face. what's his face Victoria's the show. So here's the definition of kinky. It is an adjective involving or given to unusual sexual behavior. Unusual sexual behavior. So 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Darker is the best term. Is probably the best way to describe those kinky. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what I'm gonna say is cringeworthy for the fact that I knew what the hell kinky really meant. So here we go. Before I'm trying to wait and see. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh, here's a little fact about Victorious, and I think I don't know if I mentioned this. It ended iCarly's streak of favorite TV show. Yeah, remember iCarly was a thing. Yeah, it was the thing for about a minute. Here are the other nominees: Wizards of Waverly Place, garbage ass show. Good Life Charlie, whatever. All right. Well, I definitely know who I was talking about, and I looked into the comments and try to remember who the hell they are and who they were. So I'm gonna have to put Daniela Monette, which is kind of funny that her last name is Monette, and there's another Monette that has shares almost a similar name, Danielle Monette, aka Summer Rae of WWE fame. Daniela Monette. I wonder if they're related. Huh. Huh. Hmm. As I take a quick break and realize that Daniela Monet is still good looking to this very day. Not the most attractive thing out there, of course. Oh yeah, this is the show that Ariana Grande became famous. Yeah, this is before Ariana Grande explored the superstardom to where she is today. And Ariana Grande is really big to the point that she's reached diva status. Oh yeah, and now I remember who I was exactly gonna look up because I looked at Daniela Monet, and then I remember who she was. I think she was the Damsel of Distress chick, and then I looked up at Elizabeth. How the fuck do you pronounce her last name? Let me see. Gillies. However it's pronounced. Still looking wicked to this very day. Does not surprise me one bit. Let's continue on with the commentary.
Liz Giles were one of them in that segment.
I'm excited for her as Les Guys, Les Gillies, Les Guys. I don't know. I'll go look up a video some other time, but I'm not going to do that right now to figure out how it is pronounced. So, how I pronounce it then may be wrong when I watch it later.
Okay, then when we come back to the break, then we talk about Will Smith.
And she is in my age range. So yeah, she is on my age range. So deal with it. All right, let's get back on topic. Oh, so that's why she's still. That makes sense that she's on sex, drugs, and rock and roll because that's what I thought of the attires around 2012. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Horrible pun.
Like apparently he had a spider bite. More likely he had a big pimple or a huge inappropriate references that we cannot mention in product.
The fuck? What led to me saying that? Let me check. Victoria's 2012. I'm not going to YouTube. Why am I on YouTube? I'm gonna go watch What If's video in a moment after I'm done with this reaction. Let me go check. What pimple? What pimple? I make no sense. I make no sense at all. And the fact that I consider Liz Giles' attire kinky in 2012 shows you I did not know what kinky was 2012. And in the honest opinion, 5 years ago was attractive or gorgeous dress. There. What pimple? And God, of all of them, Ariana Grande looks the tamest one. Yeah, Ariana Grande looks the tamest. Everybody look pretty spiffy. Looks pretty spiffy. They don't look that bad fashion-wise. Fine, me saying that 5 years later just sounds awkward. So move on.
And they moved Best Movie Actor, which was Adam Sandler for Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. To this very day, I want to. I really when the Nostalgia Critic ever comes across a Jack and Jill, if he ever does that damn movie to complete the cycle of quote unquote worst movies of all time, the moment I find out he's gonna do it, I'll be on it. I'll be watching it. Everybody will shut up and I'll watch. Honest opinion of Jack and Jill from my end, it is not terrible. It is not horrible. It is for what it is. It is for what it's worth. I don't mind it at all. I like it. I like it. It's not terrible. Obviously, it's considered the worst movie of all time. It got nominated for every category and won every category, but won because Adam Sandler was nominated twice in one category. So obviously, it was not going to win all of the awards possible, but it won every category. That's to show you about the Golden Razzies. But Adam Sandler probably does not give a fuck. He makes his own movies with his own buddies, and he does Netflix for a living these days. He don't mind him one bit. But good old Adam Sandler doing what he loves and not really giving a rat's ass what people think about it. We need more people like him who don't give a shit. Oh wait, we kind of do have those people out there.
The movie that's nominated for every single Golden Raspberry Award, which is going to be tomorrow. And the sad thing is, it will not be televised. They need it.
Let me go check. 2012 Golden Razzies. When was that taking place? The Kids' Choice Awards. Well, the Kids' Choice Awards was in March 31st, 2012. Oh, it was in April 1st, 2012. Then when was the Oscars? I guess my guess is they moved it later into or they moved it because I said to myself that the Golden Razzies used to take place the day before the Golden Raspberry Awards were to occur. And the Oscars was on February 26, 2012. So they used to do it very, very late. Now they still do it very late in February. The last time they took place outside February was on 2014, March 2nd, 2014, to be exact. Yeah, Jack and Jill won Worst Picture. Was nominated for 12 and won 10. So there was a couple of them that got nominated more than once. Or some sort. 2016. It was on February 25th, 20. Okay, they decided to put it back to the day before. So let's take a look. Let's see. Worst Picture, Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party. The most awards is Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party, and Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. This is the worst in film. Yeah, Batman and Superman won the most before. The most nominations was Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Zoolander 2 with 8. Don't believe me? Look it up because it is true that got nominated that many times.
Bring it on TV because I would like to see it. We don't know nobody's going to show up for those.
That's probably why nobody televises it.
First, ladies and gentlemen, it could be worse than Freddy Bit My Finger, whatever the heck that stupid movie is called.
Brady got fingered and is still cringeworthy. Now, The Room, on the other hand, that's funny for right or wrong reasons.
Oh, I've never seen it, but I can't really think much. But
still not seen it.
That horribly received. I don't understand. Kids probably love it so much. Then you can introduce to the Slime Wrestling, which is the eve of WrestleMania.
Which is very true, because it was on April 1st, 2012. Let's take a look. Let's talk about WrestleMania 28. CM Punk, the WWE champion, defended his title against Chris Jericho in the second to last match? Yeah, it was the second to last match. And then you had, let's see, Maria Menounos in a fight, Kelly Kelly's last WrestleMania appearance, The Undertaker versus Triple H at the end of an era Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels, the special referee. And by 2012, I did not know none of this except for Cena versus The Rock, because I did not watch wrestling or WWE full time till later in 2012.
The comments, who do you think is going to win, John Cena or The Rock?
Let's take a look at the comments, because I doubt anybody mentioned Cena versus The Rock. All I see in the comments is by far the worst KCA in my opinion. It's not just the performances, but the bullshit winners. I mean, it's Nick, but really, SpongeBob winning Best Cartoon for almost 8 years in a row? What the fuck? Justin Bieber won. What the fuck? That was messed up. And LMFAO lost a big time flush. I agree with you. Oh, see, people agree with me. Yay, victorious. What the fuck? Big time rush and fuck Justin Bieber. Victoria was hot, but not kinky at the same time. That's why I love her. Good rant too. I sort of like it, but the winners were just moronic. Phineas and Ferb should have won. SpongeBob was good like 11 years ago, but now it's dead. Tell that to the Fairly Odd Parents. That one's more dead than SpongeBob, in my opinion. But that's as far as the comment. Nobody mentioned Bustino versus Rock. I'll show you how the product was around that time. And oh, by the way, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, one. And this was basically before the Rock exploded to the mega, mega, mega uber superstar that he became today. The top bill, making a lot of money, really making a lot of money since 2012, and it's not involving wrestling. Let's see, he's done Moana, he's done the Fast movies. A good movie Moana was. It was a really well done movie. It was. It was. I saw on Sunday. It was a really good movie. It deserved all the accolades that it got. Is it better than Frozen? I think storyline wise, I think yeah, it had a good moral into it. Songs, I don't think it's gonna etch in my mind as much as Let It Go for the sole reason that around that time I needed to let stuff go. I will not go into the discussion. I have a video where I discuss about that I brought up letting it go 5 years ago. And no, it is not a sexual thing. It is a personal, mental, moral thing that I needed to let go 5 years ago. The fact that I was enthusiastic around March 31st, 2012, and compared to what I was in the first 6 months of 2012, I'm actually impressed with myself. That it was.
It'll be the one big matchup for the ages. The superstar of today and the superstar of the early 2000s back.
Yeah, because to show you how much I did not know much about pro wrestling or WWE during that time, it was the biggest thing in the late 90s into the early 2000s. Or just say Attitude Era. I would have probably said Attitude Era if I knew more about it 5 years ago. And the biggest superstar, yeah, because the booking, because politics made him be that way. And the fact that they're cashing in on that meme, like that one Kids' Choice Awards video review that I saw yesterday. I can't remember what it was. It was really decent. And then when I watched some of the reviews, I was like, God damn it, some of them are garbage or way too short. It's like, dude, you can make it longer. Tell the whole thing, run it through. The fact that I'm probably one of the only ones that ran it through from start to finish in a lengthy time, I should be proud of myself. Probably why I had the 8,500 views. But yeah, John Cena and The Rock. Yeah, the biggest matchup. Yeah, only to get ruined a year later with twice in a lifetime WrestleMania 29 at MetLife Stadium, the pay-per-view that I actually did watch.
Battle out at the Wrestling Forum in Miami.
The wrestling forum. Wow, wow, yeah. I don't want to listen to myself anymore. The wrestling forum. You're trying to sound like you're trying to mention the Western Forum. That's in Inglewood, California, where they fought at WrestleMania 20. It was not at the Wrestling Forum. I bet you there is this. I bet you there is this. Look, it sounds like okay. There's no Wrestling Forum name as a stadium, so all right, we got that clear. Dolphin Stadium or whatever the hell they call it. They change names every other year. It seems that stupid stadium. It's not really stupid, but what do they call it? Sun Life Stadium. Is it still? Yeah, it's now the Hard Rock Stadium. Look at the names that they've had: Joe Robbie Stadium, Pro Player Park, Pro Player Stadium, Dolphin Stadium, Land Shark Stadium, and Sun Life Stadium. It's just, God damn it! I think that might be the one stadium that changes more names. Not even Qualcomm changed names, and Qualcomm has been that way since the 90s. At least stay consistent. Jeez, criminy.
And we move on. Something that really bears me, which I'm just going to be talking about this real quick.
Oh yeah, I can imagine something more bitter than saying that Nicki Minaj will fall down the tubes.
Before we move to the award that pissed me off to the core, the statue. If you notice the silver statue that was supposed to be a human that's really big. Who could it be? I thought it was Biggie Smalls, but Biggie Smalls is dead.
No shit, Sherlock. Biggie Smalls has been dead for 20 years as I'm making this video right now.
I want to treat it like Biggie looked like himself. Or when then they start moving to look like Keenan. Remember,
To get to the point, I know who it is, and I'll mention it in just a moment.
Keaton Thompson, McKenna and Kel, back in the day, when Nickelodeon used to show gangster shit all the time.
Before he went to Saturday Night Live, to my surprise, he's been there for over a decade.
Okay, TV actors, you have got to be fucking kidding me! Selena Gomez, are you kidding?
Yeah. Before I buried Miley, before I buried Rihanna to the core, before I buried, well, that was the same time. Before Katy, even around that time when I was not into Katy Perry at all, music-wise, there was Selena Gomez. Don't care about her to this day. Never have, never will. I don't hate her as much as I used to compared to what I've hated since. This one's pretty tame now. But I still prefer. I was gonna say Nelly Furtado, but Nelly Furtado's been there longer and older. I was gonna say Demi Lovato. I've always preferred Demi over Gomez in my opinion. Just saying. But yeah, oh yeah, the statue that was CeeLo Green, by the way. I did not find out until after I made this video that it was CeeLo Green that was in that statue. I'm not going to talk about it any longer because let's listen to this vitriol that I had over Selena Gomez, and it's going to come. It is going to come to you by surprise on how I saw things, how I thought about things. To this very day, I look back and said, "That's stupid that I thought about it that way."
This proves to you that Disney are dominating Kids' Choice Awards once again!
Yeah, I was on that Monday Night Wars WWF WCW mentality, and in this case, Nickelodeon was WCW. No, Nickelodeon was WWF, and then New Generation era, and then Disney was WCW in the 90s. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at 2017 real quick. Let's see if there's anything Disney related. Finding Dory. Let's see. Finding Dory got 2. Finding Dory got 3. Don't know what Henry Danger is or Casey Undercover. Oh, look at that. Selena Gomez, favorite female singer 5 years later. Are you kidding me? See, yeah, that's about it. Oh, yeah, favorite music group for 5 years in 2017, Fifth Harmony, because that's what they pretty much are now. Fifth Harmony.
You know, I've been bitching and moaning about it every single year I watch it. They need the split.
Oh, sure, like a split would be a really good idea. As I'm going to allude to, the IndyCar and car doing the split was going to be the greatest thing since apple pie. No, it was not. It nearly killed American open wheel racing, and this would kill the purpose of the Kids' Choice Awards. So now, looking back at it 5 years later, I don't give a fuck. I've not watched one since. And what I meant by complaining about this is because I used to watch the Kids' Choice Awards almost on a yearly basis back then. Or more realistic on a sporadic basis because I was not watching every year since 2002. I only watched like a total of 4 of them. And I think I watched the last 2 years, and it kind of was somewhat inspired me to do this video because I was sick of the fact that a Nickelodeon product is being ousted by Disney, being outdone by Disney, or outperformed. It was just my stupid mindset when I was 17. I didn't know any better.
IndyCar and Court. They split up.
Oh yeah, Racing Reference number 3.
Wheel racing has been in the dark ages since.
IndyCar, yeah, it's dark ages. It's slowly getting out of the dark ages. There's not many people are getting into the IndyCar because obviously with NASCAR, the way it's become, some people have jumped ship to IndyCar, some of them, but yet the ratings and the attendance does not show you as much. But yeah, Sebastian Bourne. Speaking of IndyCar, Sebastian Bourne A1. I wrote a piece about it. It's on my website if you want to go find it. I probably will plug it in after this video.
IndyCar was at the time known as the Indy Racing League when it began. It was just steadily okay, and then car was just crippling the pieces like rock.
They were doing okay, yeah. When you had no-name drivers, the attrition rate was up the ass. Yeah, there was still some good racing in between. Yeah. So yeah, they were doing okay. Doing okay.
Went under mine. Then they have to finally they merged together in 2008.
Which was probably the
Indicating
best
back
decision
and
they've
back and
done.
rising. Another point, the more I go back, before I move on, I like to say what Elio Castroneves did at St. Petersburg.
St.
Was definitely
Petersburg,
under
St.
the time.
Petersburg, come on, man. Yeah, I have to reference Elio Castroneves win when it was the first race after Danwell's death in Vegas the year before. And that's when Danwell the way was introduced, and now 5 years later, Dan's little Susie opened up a boutique store and premiered with several of Dan's closest friends with them. So it's kind of an interesting story and the legacy of Dan's continuing on. Yeah, and I will probably discuss about Dan Weldon at a different video. And as far as what that day of Vegas meant as a racing fan for me, how my viewpoint of racing has changed since 2011.
Like proving that the Ice Hockey IndyCar Series is definitely one of the most classiest
Verizon IndyCar Series now.
lineups, especially since what many people are going to say, especially since Danica Patrick left the sport.
Oh yeah, the hype about Danica Patrick. Yeah, I talked about that in another video. Go look at my Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Daytona 500 preview I did a couple weeks ago.
Okay? But still,
Shameless plug.
that was the shittiest segment of the whole awards.
Yeah, by my tone, it sounded like it.
You know why it's thus far? It's going to come to the next segment.
Oh boy, this is gonna be
And
bad.
we'll talk about Danica Patrick in a moment. Then we move
I
on
should
to
have
the
not talked
favorite
about Danica
cartoon,
Patrick in
no
a moment.
surprise, much more Square Fest 1. And favorite male athletes, the one, the only, the New Jersey native, I apologize all that, New York Jets. Quarterback number 15, the one and only Tim Tebow.
New Jersey, you must be stupid to say New Jersey. First off, Tim Tebow has now is trying baseball. Yeah, he's now a New York Met. He's no longer a Jet, he's a Met. He's doing baseball now, just like Michael Jordan in 1994. Except the difference is Tim Tebow doing baseball has not been so good. Because after 2012, his football career died. Like Bruce Bliss had been saying, Tim Tebow's the Johnson of NFL football before Colin Kaepernick came along and ruined the sport and ruined the 49ers legacy. And I swear to Jesus, if he goes to the Seattle Seahawks, I do not know what to think. You'll probably expect to eat that pussy 445 video out of me, and I doubt that will ever happen. Do not bring Kaepernick. Do not. You lost Hashka. Oh, speaking of getting a new kicker, get Austin. If you don't know what I mean, don't go look up the projected draft status for kickers, and he is right up there. There's a guy named Austin. He's number one on that category. So I say, if he's going to be a late draft pick, Seattle should pick him up. Then there's this one person that I know that says the Bears should pick him up, and it's like, no, I think him with Seattle is fine. In fact, the fact that we got Blair Walsh, who helped us win a playoff game, a wild card game against the Vikings, to show you much. But that's all he's known for, so obviously that stigma carries on. Oh yeah, favorite cartoon. Here were the nominees for favorite cartoon. SpongeBob was the 4th year in a row they've done it, 9 overall. I think the reason why they was 4 in a row because Avatar in their last season before it got canceled won it. Let's see what you have. Kung Fu Panda: Legend of Awesomeness. Phineas and Ferb. That's where the Phineas and Ferb thing came along. I think on my consensus in my eyes, I think it was considered one of the better cartoon shows of the 2000s. Mystery Incorporated. Yeah, who cares about all those? Probably Phineas and Ferb.
Yes, Tim Tebow won. However, he's going to be Tebowing around the country and all of that.
Oh yeah, remember when Tebowing was a thing?
Probably I am as well. What made it crappy was they had to have flipping corn!
I just call anything that is backwards art corn. because that's how I associate the backwards R with corn. So anytime I see a backwards R, I say corn rather than the actual name of the person. So in this case, I'm talking about Fred. Video. Who did a video of him not that long ago? It's like a really good, popular, really relatively popular YouTube. See, because the guy that does the I hate everything. It's like, oh, what was it? Let me go. What was his? What's the name of that channel? He has that angry face. That suited him. I hate everything. Okay, yeah. I watched this video about it. I cannot last 10 minutes. It's so much cringeworthy. And don't even type in I hate friend. And when you look in that second video icon, you will be scarred for life. So, warning, do not do it because you don't want to see that disgusting shit that he has on his face. Go watch I Hate Everything. He has some good stuff every now and then when I bother to watch.
Okay, it's not corn. Here's why I call red with a backwards R corn. Because he has a backwards R. And to me, backwards R I don't like. I don't like corn. I don't like red. Especially backwards R.
Never give a shit about corn, honestly. To this day, I don't.
Bullshit baloney. Oh!
Well, I'm doing angry video game nerd soundings, even though I never watched him until 2015, as I mentioned earlier in this video.
Okay, now back to the segment. So Ludacris started to lead us off to introduce the three nominees for the Who's Gonna Be Slime. One was a monkey with bad breath. And you had the free lunch lady, and then you got an unknown celebrity, which most likely that was going to win to begin with. Then
spoiler, it was The Rock. Might have been The Rock, I don't remember. We'll see.
Most overrated singer, hot body, I don't like her at all because he made Russell Brand piss on Michael Jackson's grave, having since.
Yeah, did I mention that Russell Brand is still a douchebag to this very day, in my opinion? And he became nothing after the divorce?
Nominees for the Who's Gonna Be Slime.
I'll mention why I mentioned pissing on Michael Jackson's grave in just a moment. As a matter of fact, I rewind it, so here it is. Bad had 5 #1 hits. The record at the time. There you go.
He made Russell Brand piss on Michael Jackson's grave, having since #1 in the Teenage Dream series. You pretty much know what I mean. Katy Perry, horrible performance, unnecessary stuff, unroyal,
monarchy-like. Unnecessary stunts. Wow, I stood myself up and say unnecessary stunts. Let's take a look at Katy Perry 2012. Why was it? Well, I think it was something stupid that she wore, but looking back on it, it does not look bad, and it's just that I just had that bad stigma about her because I just did not like her music. Like I said, good looking body, in my opinion, but music and everything else, I don't give a fuck.
England not gonna be happy about that. England not gonna be happy about that. She's promoting medieval. This is not the Grammys or the VMAs. This is the little kids. Little kids. You're promoting medieval. Why not to promote medieval?
Voice crack. I don't know if that's even on there. Go look up her performance. Because remember, this is 5 years ago. What I said then might be stupid now. And I think it's probably one of those I've been saying is stupid. Oh yeah, that was my driving point, probably the highlight of this whole entire video when I was saying she's promoting medieval. Not really knowing what medieval was yet. I was taking history class around that time when I learned what medieval was.
And now even MTV's going to say, Katy Perry promotes medieval. Oh wait, it's MTV. They don't care if we talk about Jersey Shore. But medieval, are you kidding me? That's not sending a good message. We're doing it in an adult audience, please.
Focusing towards the children that watches this crap. If she wanted to do medieval, I say fuck it, do medieval now. I don't give a shit. Do medieval. Bring some rating, bring some controversy. But obviously, this is a kids-oriented show, so obviously medieval will not work. or do it appropriately. It might not be medieval. Looking at her performance attire to save medieval. I don't know. Move on.
And I know Michael Jackson fans knows this. With this #1 success, it's all the same. Come on.
Oh, that's the people's problem, not really. This is the radio's problem. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a hit. People love it. There's a lot more into music that I've learned 5 years since I made this video. I was a program director at a radio station once. And I understand how things work. I understand how the numbers go, and I understand what makes good music and what makes a genre. Because some of them are genre driven. So when you have them in a top 40 radio stations, of course it's gonna boost up the streamings, and boost up the airings and all of that stuff, and also sales. But I was 17 at the time.
Favorite female voice. Herself for the Smurfs. Shades of Arcade Fire at the Grammys. They perform and guess who won Best Album? Them.
Yeah, 2011 Grammys or 2020, whatever the fuck. Yeah, that happened. People. That was the same year that Esperanza Spalding won Best New Artist over Justin Bieber. And what happened to Esperanza Spalding? We never heard from her again. Yet she's still doing music. Probably good ones somewhere, but I just never bothered to have the time to listen to it because I have so many things to worry about now than I did then. Or whatever. That made no sense.
Use that. In fact, that same year is when Esperanza Spalding won for Best New. A lot of uproar, anger.
That was true. That actually did happen. This was before Twitter became so triggered for every decision making that anybody makes. Oh, right. We're in PC Landia. That makes sense. It's not gonna stick. PC Landia, or the SJWs as people call them. People get offended about everything these days, which is very true. And people got offended about Justin Bieber losing to. But then again, that's my age demographic that I heard it from.
Justin Bieber and Drake were in it. Too.
I wonder if that changed. Or, yeah. With Justin Bieber. Never have. Drake, he's hit and miss. The fact that he's involved in the worst song of all time does not help him. Or doing that Jumpman song. Yeah, Drake can be his hit and misses. Hit his misses Kevin Harvick winning races. Raising reference number 4.
Who the heck is Esperanza Spalding? What happened to her?
I just mentioned that. She still does music.
And that was below a segment. And now they're gonna make a movie about her. What about Aaliyah? What about Aaliyah?
Yeah, about Aaliyah. I made this video in 2012, as I mentioned already. It's on the title, and I said, what about Aaliyah? They made a Katy Perry movie. I said, what about Aaliyah? I wish I could take that back, because many people hate the Aaliyah movie. Yeah, I wish I could take that back.
Better vocal artist than Katy Perry any given day.
That is true.
She's like Dan Wild and Ayrton Senna.
Racing references up the ass. That is number 5.
From talented artist, but taking her life away while she was working on her music video. More importantly,
her last days of her life was made. She was doing a documentary, or of now people call these a vlog about her life, or trying to turn her shit together before she died in 2002. It aired on VH1 month.
The blimp. You looked at it, it reminded me of the Budweiser blimp from back in the day.
I do not know what led me to say the Budweiser blimp. Yeah.
Just painted it over, so, as it all know. Okay, and in honor of I'm 18, let me watch All of the random ESPN coverage,
which unfortunately they're no longer on YouTube, which still pisses me off to this very day that none of these reaction videos, commentaries aren't there anymore unless you're the name of ECRL Gaming. That put a couple of them, and I still wish I see more of them up. If he ever watches this video, please do it. But he was my favorite, one of my favorite YouTubers around that time for the reason like he was just like nauseous and funny, and somehow I was able to obtain a sound clip that I used in my NASCAR Meets Botchamania video, which is probably my last successful video I've ever had. Before that, it was this video. Before that, outside of video game commentaries and recs that I normally do on this channel, that was my most recent hit. The lot before that, it was this video that I'm reacting right now.
Jordan, funny as shit. Danica Patrick.
It's reference number 6.
Danica Patrick. In honor of them, here's
in honor of him. In honor of him, Tyler Head is the name. That was his original channel name at the time before he renamed it to Tyler Head. And then he went to Matthew Cobalt and had nothing on the channel other than that NASCAR trivia show that at Watkins Glen. And when you watch the original video, be warned. Because it's going to get cringeworthy as it can get right now.
But how they would say, well, this was what's happening last night, and you know what is going on. You know, I don't care. And I don't know, best female athlete. Not really.
Yeah. You have been warned. And there's nothing else to say other than Danica Patrick!
Well, in NASCAR, everybody knows it. But it's just by the fan favorite in the vote. Probably because she's in NASCAR. The only reason I have to vote for her is she's in NASCAR. And she's a racer. Other than that, one win. And that was in Japan and Motegi. Shown on ESPN Classic against the rain. Also the last race car riding at the same time. Long story, let's break it. Come back to the topic.
Racing reference number 7. Well, technically number 8. I've lost count at this moment, but I'm going to say number 7.
Patrick, best female athlete. A lot of people are going to be ticked about that, especially in the NASCAR world. And on a main team, let me watch.
They don't give a shit. They don't watch that crap. You did, not them. So shut up.
If they do make a video or something about it, okay,
no, they wouldn't.
Favorite book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Next year it's going to be The Hunger Games.
We'll be right back after this message in a moment. We'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I had to do a quick relocation. So let's wrap it up. We're halfway into the 2012 video. So let's do this real quick. And now, because of relocation and the fact that I had this computer for a long time, the problem is I had to fix the stupid fuck on this battery because it does not want to charge anymore. No matter where I relocate, and it takes me about 25 minutes to find a good area to recharge the fucker. Alright, now it's charging. Now it's charging. Alright, now let's continue with this video.
I wouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, SpongeBob. They had got Nickelodeon's got to be out of their flipping minds, unless they try to sort of little throwback of Ren and Stimpy or something. The SpongeBob Madness. 2 week, never before seen episodes that more likely is gonna be banned, like something that Cartoon Network done with when the Powerpuff Girls was known as the Whoop Ass Girls. And
Okay, they say that the episodes are likely gonna get banned. It's SpongeBob. They're not gonna get banned. And the fact that I said this probably because I was stooped to the stupid hype that Nickelodeon does to their commercials, trying to lure them in, and they all become shits afterwards.
Dexter's rude removal. You're never gonna see it again. You never will. Everybody wants to see it.
And guess what? Another thing came true. Dexter's removal was released. It did came out, and guess what? It faded away in a matter of like that. I think it's still on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, it did happen a year or two later.
Things that people wanted to see. Those Dexter's removal and the True Life Crew infamous concert in Japan.
Yeah, that will never happen. The latter.
Most likely those episodes SpongeBob's going to be banned without a doubt, so that's when they're going to show it. One and done. Simple as that.
Doubt it. They probably will still show it to this day.
I was bitter, upset, anger, ticked off, blah, 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 blah. Then the clowns and Chris Rock saved the awards. They tried to be.
Wow, because the fact that I said Chris Rock saved the awards, to kind of tell you what this award ceremony was in 2012.
Funny. They did, I don't know. You decide. Favorite movie actress? Kristen Stewart from Twilight. Only thing I'm going to say, at least she gave props to the classic Nickelodeon shows if you didn't cut her speech.
That is true. That did happen. Look, I'll tell you who else were nominated. Emma Watson, the soon now to be known as in today's society as Belle, for the upcoming Beauty and the Beast. She made me known as Belle more than her Hermione. I had to be careful saying that name pronunciation because people get triggered about it. So I had to say carefully. Excuse me for trying. Sofia Vergara, who embarrassed herself big time at the Golden Globes, and Amy Adams. Some good contenders in this category, isn't it?
At least she did recognize Doug and Rocco's Modern Life. Probably today's generation would care less about it because they never heard of them in their lives except for us. Or stuff back in the day when.
And the people before '94 as well, buddy. Don't just exclude those who are older than you that actually got the grasp of Doug when it came out in '91, buddy.
It's like the renaissance of everything in animation. Gave her props. I give her props for that. Then the true highlight, in my opinion, Taylor Swift won the Big Help Award, putting in a.
Considering the fact that I say Taylor Swift is the true highlight, I'm gonna take a detour. I'm gonna take a quick detour and gotta tell you what you just heard. The highlight of the award show was Taylor Swift.
Dummy,
yeah. Sums up myself 5 years ago. Yeah, I saw my. This is how I saw myself 5 years ago.
Dummy, yeah. A great example, proving that she is not like Katy Perry or Rihanna or Nicki Minaj. She actually cares.
I would not go myself to saying that now, honestly, because when Taylor Swift went to pop, there's some good music, and some I just don't care. I've grown out of that phase. It's called life. It's called when you find music to listen to on a regular basis, like the XX, or say who the hell did I miss? Mostly rock and metal these days, and it was around that time that I started to go back into it more than hip hop.
She's clean. And sorry, Kanye West.
Clean. Yeah, that clean image just kind of fizzled out. And doing that 50 Shades Darker song with Zayn. It kind of proves you otherwise. That's the bare minimum. That's all I'm gonna say.
Beyonce does not have the best video of all time.
That is very true. I still believe that to this very day. And more like the people were fantomizing about Beyonce getting pregnant for the second time, or fantomizing that she's the greatest of all time. None of which I care. Good for Beyonce, but at the same time, I don't care about her music. I just don't. I think the only song that I listened to Beyonce the last couple of years was "Drunken Love." That kind of shows you a lot, doesn't it?
That's just my opinion. Obama, I agree with you too. Okay.
Political reference number 2, and just like that.
Hey, the Kids More Choice Awards Slime Wrestling featured The Big Show and Mr. Not Awesome, The Miz.
In 2017, he is, because he's telling facts about John Cena. Facts. And oh yeah, the Big Show versus Shaq may not happen, which is a definite bummer. And then again, don't care about WWE right now, so yeah. Oh, by the way, something that I will now reference: Big Show got his elusive WrestleMania win the following night, because this took place the night before WrestleMania. He defeated Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. Pretty much the whole storyline was that Cody Rhodes was pointing out that the Big Show never won a WrestleMania moment. Every time he had a shot, he's always been the victim. He's always been the fall guy. He's always been the first one out. Battle royals, triple threats, fatal four ways, eliminations, ladders. He never had the big one. Hell, a sumo match he lost in less than 30 seconds. Or probably around that time. Terrible
On the
luck.
year before WrestleMania. And favorite animated film was Puss in Boots.
That's called tape delayed, buddy. They pre-record this stuff.
Which is still continuing the silly rink-a-dink slime bomb segment. Now, favorite TV show, Victorious, Saving the Nickelodeon World. Danielle Mondet.
Alright, yeah, I used to call Victorious Nictorious for just shits and giggles, I guess. Back to the Daniela Monet list, I was saying again that I'm gonna reference right now.
You notice on the right side of the screen, the one in the pink dress. Why is she? Is there an after party that I never heard of? Is she trying to go?
Yeah, the after party. Yeah, sure. Kids choose the word after party because you guys, fuck PG afterwards. We'll go get fresh tonight.
To a Lou John concert or something? Because she has a kinky dress.
Once again, kinky implies as an adjective. Kinky means unusual sexual behavior.
Then TV butt kicker, which made it more kinkier. You have to include Kelly Kelly in it.
Yeah, again. But, well, who knows what Kelly Kelly or Barbie Blank, as she's known these days, does in closed doors. She's obviously there's rumors out there that she's coming back to the WWE at WrestleMania, 5 years removed from her last Mania moment. And also, what the hell was I going to say about her? She's on that E! show, Wags. I think that's what it's called. Or known as Wives and Girlfriends. Somewhat relevant. I don't care. I don't know. I've not watched it.
And Mr. Cold Trickle Tom Cruise.
Racing reference number 8.
Jessica Alba. And then you have Taylor Lautner, who should be working for Old Spice. He's the definition of Old Spice, in my opinion.
Yeah, still true. Yeah, I used to call him Mr. Old Spice because he looked like he should be in one of those Beast Aftershave commercials. Take one. Rocky reference right there.
Guess who won? No surprise. It's Mr. Old Spice. Now we're going to see him do commercials with Tony Stewart. Likely not.
That never happened. And by around that time, he was no longer with Old Spice. Old Spice was no longer partners with Tony Stewart. That would be Mobile One.
But we all wish. And then the best part of that
But we all
segment
wish. What the hell was I saying then?
segment, more importantly, in the controversial point of view, Will Smith telling Blanca to do 1,000 push-ups. You tell him like it is. Tell him like it is, Will. You deserve to tell him like it is. And then,
God damn it, I sound like Vince Russo.
when we came back, slime all over his ass! In your face!
Terrible, terrible John Cena wannabe impression. Sounds like John Cena. That sounds like John Cena with John Cena corny lines. Fuck.
And my favorite video game, Just Dance 3. Well, no surprise, there was going to be a 3. Oh, wait. Modern Warfare 3. Where is it? Oh, wait. It's rated M. No longer eligible because it's rated M. Okay, that's understandable.
I wonder if there's been rated M games that have been nominated for video games. I probably still doubt that this very day. Here are the other video game nominees. They were Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga, Mario Kart 7, and Super Mario Galaxy. The fact that Super Mario Galaxy was nominated in 2012 and not a little sooner is kind of funny and shows you how out of touch they can be. Let's take a look at video games of 2017. Let's see if anything's changed. Look at that! Just Dance 2017 was the winner. Lego Marvel's Adventures, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Minecraft Story Mode, Paper Mario Color Express. There's a Paper Mario? Well, damn. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah, we're probably still not. There you go. The Star International Awards. That's probably an international award thing. I know nobody gives a fuck. Unless you're in that international demographic.
But what happened to Madden? What happened to 2K12? They should have been nominated.
Yeah, there's this thing called Kids' Choice Sports Awards now. This was before it actually happened, but there is a Sports Awards show dedicated now for the KCAs. So I'm pretty sure this had been nominated since. That's probably why it was not included. They were foreshadowing the future that they're going to have a Kids' Choice Sports show.
And the Slime Wrestling. Big Show won. Terrible commentary. We needed the real WWE, or I could do better than them.
I could probably do, but probably not. So I'm just smoking butt on my ass. Just saying stupid shit. But I don't remember how the commentary was. But if I'm saying that Michael Cole's commentary will be better than them, that's just setting the bar too low, and I did not know shit then. And I'm openly admitting saying that.
I could do better than those horrible commentators that you use for the Slime Wrestling. Where's the WWE commentators?
Yeah, if it's not named Jim Ross or Mauro Ranallo or even Corey Graves, just burying both of them. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it again. That deserves a nod. That deserves it.
Dummy, yeah. And a great example, proving that she is not.
Okay,
we're slime all over his ass. Saying then it was not just with Katy Perry, it's this one group, One Direction. Who the flip?
Okay, we're getting there.
Better than those horrible commentators that you use for the Slime Wrestling. Where's the WWE commentators? They could have done way better than those that they offer. Big Show wins, proving The Miz is not awesome.
2017
he is not. He's just a pretty boy.
Corny.
By the way, Cena and The Rock are going to battle a lot in Miami. Okay, before this thing, then it was not just with Katy Perry, it's this one group, One Direction. Who the flippin' A are they? Apparently I found out they're from the British X Factor. Simon Cowell, you have to be out of your mind.
I'm mostly out of my mind the fact that it was this award show that propelled them to superstardom, and the fact that One Direction became big giants afterwards has to show you that Simon knew what he was doing. Take it for what it's worth.
But they did okay. I didn't bash on Katy.
Yeah, they're an okay group. Not my favorite.
Like I did on Katy Perry. Simple, get to the point, okay. But still irrelevant. You know why it's irrelevant? Before speaking of why it's irrelevant, it's because Selena Gomez. If it was dancing with Taylor Swift and Victoria Justice, she had the one top, black top.
The what? The what? The what? Hold on. Alright, fashion police alert coming up right now. The one box what top? That made no sense. Just call it a mid. Is that what you call midriffs? Hold on. Yeah, midriffs. That's what they're called. It's just saying. I should have just said midriffs. It's midriffs. And that awards show, yeah, that's pushing the bar for a kids show, isn't it?
You're trying to be Mila Kunis, aka Jackie Burkhart? Are you trying to be like Selena Quintanilla?
Which is better than Gomez any given day of the week.
Wear one piece doesn't mean you have to wear one piece no matter how much you cover it. Controversy.
Yeah, only you are saying that, you numbbutt.
Controversy.
Numbbutt.
Overshadow the whole performance. And then, finally, the bomb made the final toll. Ace and Chris, what's the last one? Movies. Favorite movie? Alvin and the Chipmunks 3. Are you kidding? What about the Muppets? Oh wait, even though it's Disney, out of all of them, the Muppets and Deathly Hallows Part 2 from Harry Potter got good reception in the Rotten Tomatoes. None of those other, like that and the Smurfs, were good.
Yeah, because that was just a mark on what constitutes good movies based on receptions. Yet I said Jack and Jill wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good for what it's worth. Yeah, it was considered the worst movie of all time. Yeah, double standards, buddy. That's what it's called, double standards. Me for 5 years ago, and yeah, those movies. Yeah. What about the Muppets? Yeah, what about the Muppets? It's pretty much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse these days for children under 5 years old. When you have a little tyke of a brother, yeah, you get used to it.
And favorite song, Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. No surprise, and then the slime bomb exploded.
Before we get to that, let's take a look at what was nominated for music because alright, let's take a look. Born This Way, Lady Gaga, Firework, thank God that didn't win, by Katy Perry, Party Rock Anthem, LMFAO, Sparks Fly. I do not know how that song goes. I really do not know how that song goes anymore from Taylor Swift. I know it was from her last country album. Yeah, I'm not too mad about it.
Leading to the last segment with the argument with Will Smith and the kids. And then the security took him away, which apparently later turned out to be Jaden and Willow. Then we found out the creepy boys. It was none other than Mr. Stuffed Animal himself, the one guy who made the song otherwise known as Forget You, CeeLo Green. If they're selling stuffed animals of him, I would buy one. Dummy, yeah. Piece doesn't mean you have to wear one piece. The stuffed animal himself.
Yeah,
that was made the song
just
otherwise known as
dumb
Forget
shit I
You,
said.
CeeLo Green. If they're selling stuffed animals of him, I would buy one.
Dumb shit alert.
And then he talked about his dreams about being slime. It's like me being a commentator or Darrell Walter trying to finally win the Daytona 500 back.
Racing reference number 9, and yeah, I'm still on that quest. We'll not discuss it any further.
In the day, and which he did in 1989. So Will Smith found something else to make him better, but it didn't do anything good for him. Ice Cream Sundae, and they put a sherry top on his head. And with CeeLo Green, a bridesmaid once again.
Oh wow, good uses of Darrell Waltrip's line when he said to Mark Martin after the 07 500. What sure you got? When you look at his picture, type in CeeLo Green 2012 KCA. He looks cringeworthy. He looks cringy. He looks like Kanye West in 10 years.
Maybe one day he'll kiss mine, not this year.
I have no idea if he ever
Instead,
did.
it went to the one and only 18-year-old kid from Canada, Justin Bieber. Ironic or not that Jaden and Will Smith presented it. That tells you a lot. The other guys were Bruno Mars.
And that was because of Never Say Never, so yeah, of course I would say that.
Toby Keith, who had no shot of winning, neither is such because nobody talks about him, because you have Justin Bieber all over the media, one with Selena Gomez and this irrelevant kid named Cody Simpson.
The Cody Simpson one was still irrelevant. The Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber was this thing till like a year ago or so, whatever.
At first I thought he wasn't going to show up. Then he surprised the world. All the girls were screaming and yelling and all of that. Couldn't hear Justin Bieber speak. Probably all the haters. For me, I would be included on that. Will be
the haters. I don't give a shit about him. Let's just say that.
Thankfully glad that his microphone was screwed.
Yeah, speaking of microphone screwed, go fuck yourself, Grammys, for ruining Metallica's performance. You know, I would not mind hearing an instrumental Metallica, but yeah, out of all the microphones, it had to be Metallica. Come on, man.
What do you think of his new record, Boyfriend? He's trying to be like Justin Timberlake, trying to make some R&B beats from like back in the early 2000s.
He pretty much trying to be like Justin Timberlake.
I want to hear your opinion. And he turned out to be the random celebrity.
Oh, it was Justin Timberlake, not The Rock. Okay. That was the Butt Kicking Award from 2013 or 14, whatever the fuck. I think it was 13. That's the only award I remember from 2013 because I only heard it because they announced it up the ass on Monday Night Raw. But here's my opinion. I'll give you my opinion. Justin Bieber is whatever. He obviously became trying to be a try-hard Usher, a try-hard Justin Timberlake. And he's trying to look like and Lewis Hamilton trying to emulate Justin Bieber. That's what I'm going to say about him. And yeah, Justin Bieber, whatever. I gave him too much.
And the Slime Fest USA show. And so, leading to the final results, it was mixed. It was better than the ones with the Jonas Brothers a couple years ago when Korn told every single award but like 5, 4, or 3. Rotten Tomato style. 69%.
Oh, 69. Wow. Yeah, Greg Biffle will be proud of that. Congratulations, me 5 years ago. You made Greg Biffle proud. Racing reference number 10.
No, not really. Just putting a little joke because of Daniela Monette, Selena Gomez, and Liz Giles wearing.
No, sure, yeah. Shut up.
Crunk dresses. 61%. It was okay.
It was not terrible from what I remember. Basically, what I'm saying down to the song. I'd probably do it down to 57.
A lot of crappy things happened, which gave it a low grade. No surprise. I thought it was one. At least it was something worth watching. Good host.
You sure about that?
Terrible performances. Nothing but sex all over it.
Wow. Yeah, I can see your standards in 2012 was pretty low, buddy. But I'm all for what I just said on the video from 5 years ago. Sex all over. I'm all for it. There's no problem with that. That's called being a male. Male, not mayo. Like OJ Mayo or the mayonnaise. But I will say this. This will probably pay. Certainly, if I were to watch it now, it pales in comparison to what we have today. Yeah, terrible at the time, 5 years ago.
Quite simple. And here's my final message before I sign off. Here's a noted fact. First and foremost, kids, this is what reviews is all about when you grow up.
Oh, it's very true because, yeah, that will work today for the 2017 reviews that I've seen, most of them. When you get older, you do this kind of crap.
You have to involve a lot of things that you don't want to hear.
And that is very true. People don't want to hear some shit. But hey, you got to man up and deal with it sometimes, or don't give a shit about what they think. Just everybody's entitled to their opinions. And also, she did a video from way back when. React to it a few years later. Healthy, and then you can bash yourself if you insist out of your make fun of yourself and for shits and giggles.
Especially the diehard Nickelodeon fans from the '90s, and even they will understand. This is like a rant and an aspect of the Kids' Choice Awards. So
This was, buddy.
Kids, keep in mind, when you grow up, the one thing you have to remember, 1990s were the prime. We had Doug, Rugrats. Then you had so on and so forth, like Rocco, Hey Arnold, Gangsta Show, that Dak. Then you follow with Cartoon Network, you had Johnny Bravo, Ed and Eddie, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter, and all of that. Those were good.
For the sake of our brothers, Samurai Jack, and all those others, so go check. Okay, here I was a little shameless. Like, go check out Alex the Menace. Yeah, he's my brother, by the way. So go check out his channel. Now and then.
Good shows. Now today, with reality taking over, you don't have much left. So
that's why you embrace it, and that's why embrace what you have, and also let your voices be heard. Definitely let your voices be heard, because you won't see your love, your admiration for a program or animation come into fruition in the future. And everything is so 3D now that we don't see the classic traditional animation anymore, or to some extent to it left.
This has been the 25th anniversary Kids' Choice Awards review special by Auto Rocket Racing 94.
This has been
controversy within the controversy on what they dress.
Yeah. If I were to tell you now, I would stop saying that.
Especially to the three girls, Monette, Giles, and Gomez. Figured out the puzzle, and they came in to watch Katy Perry, just causing more controversy.
Yeah, medieval and Wheel of Fortune dress. Yeah, I probably take that back. Then again, once again, the product. If they want to do edgy shit, go for it.
And until we meet again, here's one more thing. Big things are coming up. I hope I get to send it out immediately.
Big things, yeah, big things, yeah. I kind of did, because I uploaded it immediately thereafter. I did this review after the award show ended, and I uploaded it immediately after I did this video. After that video, yeah, there were some good things out of it.
Severely apologize for my negative reception.
You don't need to apologize. It's your opinion. It's your video. You do whatever the hell you want, like I'm doing right now. Come on, man.
And for my language and references that I use, because that's how I feel. And that's all I gotta say about this Kids' Choice Awards. Till we meet again, good night, and I hope you enjoyed this random commentary of the Kids' Choice Awards 2012.
Oh, I sound pretty enthused for a show that I don't give a shit about or I've not seen in 5 years. Alright, that will do it here. For my reaction video of revisiting the Kids' Choice Awards. I hope you learned a good thing about music, got what Kiki means, and took a trip down memory lane of a video that is so cringeworthy that I decided to make fun of myself doing it for 5 years ago. So until we meet again, until we meet again, and there's my brother in the background telling me to just shut up. All right, until we meet again, have a good rest of the day, everybody, and as always, on all my other videos, if you insist. And if you want to see the Kids' Choice Awards 2012 video in its entirety, go ahead. It's on the link in the description below. And with that, go on with your lives, people.